So hello everybody, it's me, Angie Clay, from Liberate and Lather. I just wanted to come in and I'm gonna do a really quick, cute, and fun interview today. I've met two lovely ladies. I think we've known each other, not even a week, probably 72 hours, just that we're vibing. And so I was just like, I gotta get to know you more and I wanna do it in an interview. I'm gonna put you on display for the whole world. That's how I do things, right? So here we are. So we're just going to talk about today about self-care, their beautiful business with the lovely jewelry we all know. I think, look, see, we all right. So I just love to speak with other people who are doing great things in the world, small businesses. We're all trying to get through this COVID-19 thing, and collaboration is such a big thing right now, just kind of helping each other out. So today we're just going to get to know Hope and Faith a little bit more. So drum roll. Ding. Hey. How are you two? Good morning.
Good morning. Good. Thank you for having us.
Of course. Yes. So World, we met on Instagram, and I don't know if it's Faith or Hope.
It was Hope.
Collectively. Hope commented on one of my journaling prompts, and so how much I love journaling. Like, you're my BFF if you comment on that journaling post. And so we just connected, and then I was just like, hey, I had this brainiac idea that I wanted to start interviewing people and like have coffee versus tea chats. And so they're my first guinea pigs. There we go. They got their mugs. And so today, this is the start of it. So we're going to get into it. So tell me, are you guys drinking coffee or tea?
Tea.
What kind of tea?
I have mint tea. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we're both drinking mint tea today, but my favorite tea is a cinnamon rooibos. Rooibos. I think I'm saying it right, but I know I drink it right.
I know the ROOIBOS.
That's exactly
right.
Right.
Yeah, okay, I know, yeah.
Favorite. It's my favorite. But yes, we're tea girls.
What is about that? Because I have a tea that has that in it. What is it? Is it spicy? I just haven't tried it yet.
Yeah, to me it's like a spice. I never put sweetener in my tea, but my sister, she likes honey. Mm-hmm. But with that particular type of tea, the cinnamon rooibos, I never have to sweeten it. Like, it doesn't require sweetener.
So is it more like sweet from the, what is it, a berry or?
I have no idea, honestly. I think she's right when you said it's a spice, but whatever it is very flavorful, and it tastes good just as it is. It's lovely.
I might crack into mine. I like tea. I got my new little strainer, and I have some, just loose leaf tea. Yeah. Before, I had a bad strainer because I was just like, man, I'm like, why are all these particles in here? And I'll just drink it till like I can't do it no more. And somebody was like, it's your strainer. There are really good ones out there. Yeah. So I got a good strainer.
Good. That's gonna make everything better. That's for sure.
The little bobble one. Somebody told me, they said, "Girl, that's a Dollar Tree one." You need a stainless steel one with the cap and tiny holes. I'm like, okay. So,
there we go.
Yep. I've graduated. Yeah. So today I had a late start, so I have coffee with hazelnut creamer.
Ooh. Hazelnut always smells good.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. So could you tell us a little bit about your business? Like the name, I don't know, I wanted to pronounce it, but I thought, no, I don't want to slaughter it. So I'm going to have you guys pronounce the name of your business and then just kind of tell me a little bit about it.
Mm-hmm. So the pronunciation for our business is Moazen. Mm-hmm. Moazen Jewelry. And we started the venture when we were much younger, and we had a boutique at the time. And now we fast forward later, 10 years into what we are considering real adulthood. And now we have a studio. So it's less of a boutique, it's more of a studio. Sometimes it functions as a boutique where people can come in and shop. Most days it functions as a classroom where we teach our art to others. And it's not necessarily the jewelry making. Faith is a fine artist. So she does things all DIY and fine art in general. And so we host a number of classes in our space that way.
Well, that is so awesome. Yeah. Cool. In January, I decided to get a studio because my house, like, it was like, my mom's like, you got your soapy stuff like down the hallway. I'm like, I know, like the whole house. Like you couldn't even call me. Like if you try to come over, I'd be like, crack the door, like, what do you want? Because like it was just stuff everywhere. And I was like, one day the hoarding show is gonna pile up, right? They're gonna pull up and be like, we're here for the hoarding show. I'm like, no, really, it's my business. So I had to move it out. So I got a studio, and that's how I wanted it to function for COVID-19, was to have it for like basically manufacturing on the back end, and then open it for open studio nights.
Yes.
People, come in, and I have a big window where I can make, and people be curious, like, what's going on in there? So but old Rona showed up on the scene and messing up stuff.
Yeah.
Like nobody invited you to the cookout.
Yeah. So it really has, I think, a lot of people evaluating, can I just work from home? Because we've been in the house now for 30 days, a little over 30 days. And I'm like, I'm still paying rent. But at the end of the day, I really do enjoy having a separate space in which to entertain and to make, and a space that's dedicated just to creativity. So as long as Corona can get out the way soon, and all things can go back, we're happy about having a studio, and we're sure that you'll share that enjoyment as well.
Yeah.
Very soon.
Yes.
Just keep the faith. Yes.
Yeah. Because I'm in Washington, because I make soap and, all hand sanitizer type stuff. The state has deemed my business as essential, but it's like, so I can't go in and make and stuff like that. But I did a huge show before the weekend COVID broke out in Tacoma. So I was over in like the Seattle area. So that kind of crushed the show. So I came back with all this product. So I've been able to like kind of just like sell. I didn't have to really like get down there and make so much. But but as I've pivoted online, like things are starting to pick up to make me have to go back down there. And I think, I need to get out. Before I was just like, I don't want to leave the house, like I'm scared. So that's been a good pivot. Okay. So how have you maintained self-care since COVID-19? You said you've been in the house for 30 days and
we try to walk almost every day, unless it's like we have the chilly days, but for the most part we try to walk with each other every day. Or our mom might come in, she pops in really just to see that we're doing okay, we're eating good, we got toilet paper. So sometimes she'll take a walk with us, but and I've been trying to do some gardening, and my plants look really good right now.
They're happy. They're very happy. So I think just trying to we really carve out time to be one with nature, and I think that is what is making this a lot easier for us. Our natural personality is that we are Sagittarius. And so we are used to being go, 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 always on the go. And so this has been a little strange not being able to do that. So just being able to kind of walk and enjoy nature and kind of plant and explore something new has been really good for us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's nice. Because people show like research, when you get on the treadmill and you burn calories, you burn calories. They find that when you walk in nature, like out on this regular terrain, like you burn more calories than you are on the treadmill, which is crazy, right? And then they had the whole other research, like how kids are like getting sick now because, they're not running outside. I remember being in Virginia, like in the summertime, you want to run down that, yard or the road, or you want to walk outside for a little bit with no shoes on, you would do that. But now it's like, get your shoes on, get germs on your feet, So they find like the soil and all that has really good stuff that we need.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true. So I guess a part of it is just kind of like seeing the good that is coming with the quarantine, not necessarily coming with the virus, but coming with the quarantine and the stay-at-home orders, is that people are connecting back to the things that bring them simple joy. And we're experiencing that right now.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to slow down and like spend time with yourself and all the things you said you were going to do if like life slowed down.
Right. Right. Now we don't have any excuses to not be doing those things.
I know. The times like, I've arrived. What am I gonna do?
What you gonna do now? Because he has an excuse forever, but now I'm here.
Yeah. There was this lady, I think it was on TikTok, I can't remember, and she was like in the car, and she was like, you said you bored? You bored during COVID? She was like, have you made your bed? Did you clean underneath your bed? Did you clean your closet? Did you clean out your car? Did you know what she said? I mean, like, she was like doing all this list of stuff. She's like, so don't tell me you're bored. I'm like, there you go.
Point
So what advice would you give someone as people start to like take on this new normal? In the meaning, like, you know, now, of course, everybody should have been doing that, washing hands, stuff, the social distancing and all of that, you know, just so many different rules and regulations are coming into play now on how people do things. What advice would you give people as they kind of start to go back?
I would probably say, you know, I try
Definitely continue those things.
anything that has to do with sanitation. Yeah, please, by all means, continue it. But one of the things I think that I would say, and I try not to give advice that I wouldn't take, is, you know, all of the things that you discovered when you had this free time that brought you some sense of peace, or those things that you finally had the opportunity to do, continue with them, right? So if planting is one of the things that has brought my sister some joy, you know, carve out a portion of your Saturday, an hour, right, to be one with your plants or to plant a new plant, so to do whatever it is that you do with your plants. But I think that self-care can't go down the drain and back on the back burner and in the back seat like how it used to be for a lot of us. Yeah, so just really making the things that bring you joy and self-care in general more a part of our routine. Even if it's not a daily routine, it might be a weekly routine.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you know, just standing in the bathroom sometimes, I've noticed people will go out of the stall and out of the door. Like they didn't even take time to wash their hands. And I think life has become so busy. People are totally distracted, or they're on their phone, like, and they just leave the bathroom. So it's like, even the small things, it's like little tiny things like hygiene and little quick things. People have been so busy that some of those things they neglected to do, not because maybe they didn't want to. Some could be nasty, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes people are so busy in their own minds that they just go straight to the next thing.
Yeah. So a little slow, a little pause, I think has been good for the world.
And just be mindful, you know, like you're not the only one walking around, like there's other people, and we have to all be responsible, you know, and try to make sure that we look out for not only ourselves, but other people as well. So
yeah, I think, you know, it's really hard. People no longer like look out for the personal interest of others first. It's always like, you know, self, you know, and so then they forget that one basic principle. So if you're thinking about other people first, then it's just natural that you're going to do those little small things. So hopefully people will walk away with that from being inside their homes and realizing that if you don't really like yourself, then it's probably time to like really work on those things.
Yes.
You know, I used to listen to Ani DeFranco a long time ago, and I remember one song she had said about when she got older, pulling up a chair, and you better, basically it was just saying like, you better love yourself, because one day you're gonna have to pull a chair up with yourself. And, like, and just hearing that line, like, that just made me like say, okay, that's it. I want to travel. I want to see the world. You know, I really kept journaling going because I was just like, if I want to be old by myself, I want to go through these journals and read. And was like, how is my life? You know what I mean? Like that was just like always stuck with me. Right. I, you know, people now have had a chance to be with themselves.
Yes, which is good, sometimes bad and sometimes ugly. You know, I think people have had to reevaluate, and myself included, really reevaluate and reassess our lives and whether we like how we are living. So you're reevaluating your relationship with self, and in a lot of cases, your relationship with others, including significant others, as well. So yeah, that's interesting. It's an interesting time right now. That is for sure.
It's like you can pivot and do all the things you said you wanted to do. Because no one ever thought the world would stop. I mean, September 11th did 2001, the world stopped for like 3 or 4 days, flights and stuff like that. So I remember I lived in DC then. But then it went back like within a week. It was like things like, you know, you can still go out and have a meal with your friends, you know, and like talk about what was going on, but never like things like you need to stay at home.
Right. Definitely. I don't think I could have imagined this taking place in like my lifetime. You know,
like just talking about that. Like I just had an art show like right before all of this. Everybody was mixing and mingling,
Yes.
and good times, and then it all just shuts down. And people say things like, you never know, like you should live your life because no day is promised. But when you see like with this going on, like who would have ever known? We'd all be walking around with masks on and trying to stay away from or give each other, 6 feet of space. Like no one would have thought that.
And our studio space is really intimate. It's a small space.
We're just all together.
We were in there like packed and having these wonderful conversations, and the food was out in the open.
Finger food and pouring drinks
And now we're in the grocery store giving people 6 feet. Like my sister is like, Hope, that's not 6 feet. Could you back up off? Could you back up off them a little? And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I am not used to this.
She gets aggravated with me. My sister is a natural, she's in your face. Hey, and I'm like, so with my, I'm like, oh, 6 feet.
Yeah.
What? 6 feet? Give me 6 feet.
Hope, stand on the bubble. She was like, the bubble is right there. They gave it to you. They tell you that you need to stand on this bubble and that customer's on that bubble. I didn't even see the bubble.
Because you typically look, you're like, who's in here?
Oh my God.
Bicker about this, and it's crazy. Like,
Yeah, it's different times. Everybody's saying it's the new normal. We are dead set against this being.
yeah, I'm like, everything is going to be back to normal. I try to be positive, and I encourage other people as well. We don't have to be, we can see the reality that is in front of us, but try to keep the faith, and be inspired and continue to create and continue to, just feed your mind positivity.
Yeah.
I think that's the best.
The new normal should be like taking on like this new positive spin. Not looking at it as far as like negative, like, oh, we can't do this, we can't do that. But if you went inside this cocoon and you metamorph, you're into this new butterfly, it's like, fate. Let that be your new normal. Fly, butterfly, fly.
Exactly. Right.
It's like, okay, don't resort back to the old, like,
Yeah.
So I got the bug out.
Yes. Okay, so where can people connect with you? Because I want some of them earrings. Do y'all? You make those, huh?
Yeah.
I'm just looking at them. I'm like, ooh.
So these earrings are part of our Bloom collection. And my mom, or our mom, is the one who crochets for us because we don't know how to crochet.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's a design collaboration with Faith. So Faith will finish out the design, the beads, the wire wrapping, all of those things.
Mm-hmm.
And I typically just wear this particular design. I don't make this particular design. But people, if they want to shop with us, they can shop with us at shopmoazen.com. Yeah, that's where they will find us. Or they can follow us on Instagram like you're doing under moazenjewelry.com.
I'm on the list now. So
you are a free spirit. Yes. Free spirit E-list. Yes, you are.
Yeah, that's so funny because
sometimes while I'm creating the jewelry, I will post on my own page, which is Your Fine Artist.
Yes.
So I'll post in case people want to see like how I created or how I put it together. I'll post there and I'll tag Moazen Jewelry. So.
Okay, awesome. So what's your art medium, if that's the proper word to say?
I mostly like working with acrylics. Just recently, honestly, I've kind of gotten into watercolor and I really like it. So I guess I would say I like acrylic paints and watercolor. Mm-hmm. And when I'm not doing that, I'm creating the jewelry as well on my artist page or my artist profile.
Yeah.
That's awesome. We have to do a pop-up. Well, I try to do like on Thursdays where it says virtual retreat, like a virtual retreat, but a virtual like self-care pop-up, and you can come and color. Like I have like little coloring books. And then Friday, because I love collaging ever since I was a kid, I love cutting up magazines and gluing. So I do that. So I think a lot of people are shy to like really like let go in that sense, or think maybe it's like for kids. But honestly, as I'm doing, sometimes I'll be doing it by my little self. I'm like, I'm just gonna keep going because one day I'm gonna have a full room. But I find at the end of the day, when I'm done, like when I'm finished, I feel really relaxed. Like I feel like, I just feel good.
Because it's therapy, art is therapy. It's good. It's good for the mind, the soul. So stay with
everybody. Do some art.
Definitely. So the process of art making, I read something and I can't remember where I read it, but it was the process. So it's the cutting, it's the selection of, so in particular with your collage making. So we've done vision boards before, which we always like. Somebody always invites us to a vision board party every year, but you know, it's the cutting, it's the selection of the pictures, it's the gluing, it's the positioning, where are you going to put it, you know, all of these things. And whatever it's doing, it does something, I think, for the spirit. So it's really the art making process that we find to be really beneficial. So create something.
Yeah. So you have to go live one day and do something so we can watch.
Yes, we're putting that on the radar.
Yeah, I have my new computer now, so I'm feeling a much more professional.
Right. We'll figure out a way to do that.
You can do it. You could just need to get one of those. I have like a big arm thing, and then I put my camera so it's top down.
Yeah.
So then I log in on Zoom with it, and then like one of the boxes is like my hands, and then the other you can see me or whoever else logs in.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I'm sure there's probably more a professional way, but that's how I do it.
That'll work for me.
As long as it gets the job done.
Yeah, until I figure it all out, that's how we're gonna do it. Yeah, but if you need help, just let me know.
Oh, definitely. Thank you.
So, any parting words for the people?
I would just say, you know, the path that we're on is do more of what you love, you know, from more of an intimate space. We're really trying to practice this idea of minimalism, right? Only keeping the things in our lives that are serving us and that continue to bring us joy, so that we can pay more attention to what our purpose is in this life. And so that's what I would share with others, because that's where we presently are. And that's what our brand is all about too, is really path, purpose, kindness to others.
Awesome.
And as far as what's going on right now, COVID-19, just try to keep your head up. And, you know, like we were talking about earlier, stay positive, take walks, go out, wash your car. You might not be going anywhere, but, you know, make it look nice. And wake up. You know, we try to make it a habit of when we get up to just get dressed. Because I know a lot of people are probably at this point, like kind of lounging. They're like, I'm not going anywhere, but get dressed and make yourself look nice. You know, you don't have to be fancy, but feel good, you know, because that's all part of trying to get through, you know,
This.
trying to get through. So you don't want to fall.
You know, one person. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like,
No, you don't want to fall in that slump and depression. You know, you want to stay up.
You want to keep your vibes high.
Yeah. You know, one person I really feel like does this COVID-19 so well is Tracy Ellis Ross. Have you ever?
I've seen a post or two of hers, but all her posts always make me laugh.
Yeah, like, you know, she can like be by herself. You can tell like she don't mind like chilling out by herself. You know, like she got this really cool picture. She's like all dressed up in blue, and she's like the queen of like timing on her phone. Like that's her by herself with her phone, like getting those shots.
Really?
You know, yeah. She is the queen of like setting the timer and getting the angle just right, and then there's nobody else behind that camera. It's her. Yeah, and it's just the way that she like does it. I'm just like looking at the image today that my friend had shared. I was like, this lady is just over here just cold chilling and having a good time. Like, you know, I'm sure she has her moments, but I mean the way that she normally is, it's like she's still like the same as you know. Yeah. Awesome. Well, cool. Well, thank you so much for coming on with me and talking. This was really fun, and hopefully, you know, everyone will flood your website and like buy some. Don't buy those yellow earrings because I want to get those too. So I want to show up cool by myself. Like, hey, you got my earrings on.
Even if, you know, they'll those are her. That's your personal one. They are. I'm always creating. So, no fret.
All is well.
Yeah, those are super lovely. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you.